I would want that before going west.
Ooh, but it is 9K. That is
Mm.
not cheap at all. Ooh, and I see the T-Rows have poison on them. I didn't see if it was damage or stone. I was thinking stone. See that we have, ooh, we apparently have a Quad X casting item and a Fire 2 casting item.
Okay, okay. Quad X is going to do a lot of heavy lifting, especially for that Astos fight, which gets us our canoe, so... Shum was able to get the crown very quickly before heading west. My assumption is that we started with a very expensive caster item, and we just heaved that in the wood chipper so that we could get our crown immediately.
I would think you are correct on that. I would be curious as to what Jesus and Hate have, because if they didn't sell it, they probably still have it, and we can figure out what we're looking at.
Mm-hmm.
CJ Scheidel is heading into Marsh, trying to find the random chest that has the item in it.
The weapon shop in Provoca, I noticed a Quake staff, which would be good if we need to end up doing an Earth dive. Also a fast stick, very, very important to have, especially for these two melee parties.
Absolutely, I would definitely be looking about buying a few of those.
So Jay Scheidel, full clearing Marsh, likely looking for the cash to purchase supplies. A free Pro Ring +4 is nothing to sneeze at either.
But that fighter can't take it.
And the thief can wear it. Really fine.
Yeah.
Oh, hooray! Oh.
There's the there's your tail out of the Circle of Sages in Crescent.
Mm-hmm.
And I see Jesus the Frog has found an Aegis -3 shield out of Matoya's Cave.
Mm-hmm.
Could be very useful later on.
Note from one of our trackers, Pickles and Beer, who caught one of the hint NPCs notifying us that the key is in Sky. So we're definitely going to need to go there at some point.
Topher is not unlocked in this version, and Thief Lockpicking is off.
Yeah, Thief Lockpicking is just too dang strong. Between the increased hit rate and the agility and the lockpicking, thieves get a little teensy bit too strong, so we just took away the lockpicking.
We also reduced their agility to 50 in this seed, so make them a little bit more of a balanced class, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. So we've got two runners in Marsh. We got the Cure 2 sword in top floor, top right.
Mm-hmm.
Audio following Shumbabi, who did find the incentive item up there.
He did.
Unsure what that was. So, also miss Jay Scheidel getting the incentive item. Dusk Plume, our other tracker, believes it was the ship that was found in Marsh. So the ship plus the canal is going to get us out of the inner sea without having to muck around in Ice Cave if we don't have to. And if we stopped at Crescent, then we'll also have the tail. which will be good for promotion at some point, although I believe we need the airship to get there.
You will need the airship, yes. We did not put that dock on. So, but yes, I can confirm, I just saw Jesus the Frog. It is indeed the ship.
So, our options at this point, after clearing these inner sea checks, we are going to need to commit to either Ice Cave or Ordeals. Which one would you go for in that scenario?
I'm an Ordeals type of person. I prefer that. I find ice can be a bit of a challenge, especially because you have no warp, so you're going to have to run the full thing. It is random, though, so you could find it very quickly.
There's always that chance. It's a, 1 in 8 chance that you'll find it in that first box? But I usually, if I'm on my way to Ordeals, I'm probably going to want levels anyway, so I'll just take the levels while I'm there.
One thing we should also note, I don't know if you said that, Save on Game Over is turned on for this flag test, so if any of our runners do happen to find something they like and decide to wipe, they get to keep your shards and keep your items. Robbie heading into Waterfall.
Ooh, Waterfall is an interesting play. I generally wouldn't do this without Oxyale.
And I see Nightmares are hitting hard today. Ooh. And I see Hate has also found the Nightmares hanging out in the Trap Talon Marsh Cave. With Mute Touch! How lovely. Jesus the Frog, meanwhile, turning in the herb, getting his TNT.
Oh, Hate the 13th was an interesting play, going for Zap Strat to grind on Nightmares, knowing that Save on Game Over is on, so when they finally land a hit like they just did, he'll just carry all the experience out and he'll be fine.
That is a very, very good play by Hate. That's really using the seed to your advantage. We have Jay Shardell using the Zap Stick on Astos.
Question in chat, do magical weapons still work when muted? I believe they do.
I'm not sure, but I don't think they do. Because you can't drink when you're muted.
Right. And you can't cast spells when muted.
Yeah.
Do the inherent properties still work when muted? Looks
maybe.
like chat's saying no. Okay.
Yeah, I thought that was one of those Final Fantasy 1 strange things. You can't drink, so you can't cast?
Well, you definitely can't cast. Like, you definitely can't use it as a caster item.
Bobby making his way out of Waterfall. I didn't quite catch what he picked up on the way out.
I also missed it, which makes me think that it was an item and not a key item.
Yeah, I see Bottle
nope,
is coming.
Shoutouts to Pickles and Beer in chat, or Pickles and Beer, our tracker, telling us that it was the rod.
I did say that's good. I see the Bottle was the turn in for the TNT.
Mm-hmm. And Shum is heading for the Hint Giver down here, who tells us that the rod is in the waterfall that he just went to.
Oh, you gotta love that.
Meanwhile, Jesus turning in the Ruby. Gonna see what's down here in Titan's Trove.
You got
Two
a pair.
shards and some gold.
Oh, and Hate is putting the away dwarf out of his misery, I see. As a fun aside, for this year's Fall League, we've added a Wheel of Random, which gives an extra point to runners if they perform a certain task. Tonight's task is going to be to carbonate bubbles, which is the mermaid in the mermaid's floor of the water shrine that says, "Are we all going to turn into bubbles?" So,
yeah,
any runner that carbonates that will get an extra point at the end of the race.
Yeah, top row of rooms, second room from the right. It's the mermaid that always gets in your way when trying to open those two boxes. Her name is Bubbles.
And Hate is going the same route as Shumbabi into the pillar maze at Ordeals. And it looks like Jay Scheidel went to go talk to Sarda and ended up with the cube. That's one step towards the key. Ooh, and there's the wrong eye on Hate screen.
That's why you don't check that box.
No, you do not. You got a nice Invis 3 item out of it, though. Jesus the Frog heading up to get his tail out of the Circle of Sages. And that is a Lit 3 out of the box in Ordeals, which would be our Vorpal. It rolled up.
It's not supposed to do that. I thought we patched that out.
Everyone loves a wet noodle.
Gold plus 3 bracelets for sale for under 10k in Crescent Lake for the mage and the thief. That seems like a pretty good deal.
It does. I also see there are temper staffs for 72 gold. Now I see they have temper swords. So, kind of a moot point.
We also located a temper staff. Temper staff is very, very big for these kinds of flag sets. Without having the ability to just load up mages with the spell temper to just cast whenever, it's really important to find the item that actually casts it.
Very much so, and I believe we've already found a fast staff somewhere, or a fast item.
Yes. We did. Fast staff was at the vendor in Provoca.
Well, that's you've pretty much got what you need at this point. It's just about finding those 32 shards. Bobby heading into Earth. Now, I wonder, will he check all the chests or just the ones on the way down? Nope, he's checking them all.
Looks like we're checking all of them.
That's a good play. I mean, Earth is long, but there is a fair amount of chests in Earth to check. And the spike tile is zombie, so nope, goodbye.
A whole heck of a lot there. Meanwhile, Jay Scheidel heading into Ice Cave, going to give us, I believe, our first look at that.
You would be correct. I am curious as to where our item has gone and gotten itself hidden. Jesus is heading into the Ordeals maze. See what we get out of these first two ice checks.
We've not found any good tiles to grind on just yet.
Not as of yet, we have not. That's not one. Now, no one has checked the Hall of Giants yet, so there is a potential there could be something there that was decent, but so far all the regular spike tiles have just been not something you would want to waste your time on. Ooh, look, gargoyles. That's also a hard pass.
Got a flame shield. That's
pretty good. Meanwhile, it looks like Hate is also making the play for ice, while Shumbabi pops the top on Earth Cave.
Alright, what do we got in these treasure rooms? How long until we... Oh, there it is.
There it is. There's the slab. There's your fetch quest.
And meanwhile, Jay Scheidel finds the crystal in the 6 chest room in Ice Cave.
I would assume that he is going to be skipping over the last crap. Ooh, and a saber bonk.
No, turn around. You want that.
You definitely want that. You definitely want to take that. You have fast items, you have temper items, you have saber items.
You have all the pieces you need to power up a, parentheses 1, melee character.
Correct. My only concern would be is, what are you going to find for the weapon? You have the Vorpal, which is okay, but do you really want to go up against Chaos with the Vorpal plus 3?
Yes, absolutely. Any day of the week.
It's a risk. There is a Maza out there. Again, you can go find it. I don't recommend really looking for it, because Warmech's guarding it, and you don't know where it is.
So, with the Vorpal up at plus 3, and a saber item, and a temper item, and a fast item, I would feel very comfortable only needing a single full round of buffs. Swinging with that Vorpal, while the temper person keeps casting and the fast person is there too.
I guess I'm one of those guys that just likes a little insurance. I'd like to find a katana, just so that my thief has something to do other than just cast fast and saber. But that's only me personally. I also totally agree. A plus 3 Vorpal, fantastic sword to start with. Meanwhile, we have a speed bump on screen, and it's gone.
Behold the mighty Lich.
Yeah.
The first, air quotes, boss of the game.
Well, that's 2 extra shards for Shumbabi for taking care of the bump. And it looks like he is going to go head out and get his cube from Sarda, and his 2 extra shards from Titans. There's the wrong eye again on Jay Scheidel's screen. He gets away from that very quickly.
Yeah, right now our runners are kind of going over territory that the rest of them have been on. By process of elimination, that crystal has got to lead to Floater. So Ice Cave is the play.
You are correct. There is nothing else left for them to do at this point.
It's just going to be a question of who actually makes it there first.
Hate seems to be going in that direction. He might be using the northern dock on the southern continent.
That'll feel real bad when he gets a floater out of there and says, oops, I'm the furthest I can be from that.
Oh, no, he's got the canoe. He'll probably just dock right at Matoya. Yeah, right there. Checking that. Now, I haven't been able to see how we're looking for shard counts. These runners are very, very fast on their menu. And there's our floater. So, looks like Hate will be the first one to get in the air.
Oh yeah, Oxio could have been an option, but nope, it was Floater.
Oxio would have felt bad, though. So, you get your floater. Your world is now opened up. Next step, bottle turning? Tail. Yep. Tail makes sense.
because I want to get that Vorpal online. It's the first anything resembling a weapon that I've seen so far. That's the first thing that I want to get fixed. Just fix that, and then we can worry about the rest of the game. Shoutouts to Tracker Duskplume, who has a partial shard count. Hate has around 9 shards, Jay Scheidel has around 12. Let me see if I can figure out Shum and Jesus the next time they open the menu.
We'll keep an eye out for that.
So, Jesus has 10.
So, good. And I missed what the fairy gave us. I think it
Ribbon.
was a ribbon. Yep. Womp womp.
I mean...
It's good, but it is not progression.
No, it's not progression, but by the time you get there, I don't know, I'd kind of be happy to see it.
Looks like Hate is heading to Bahamut now.
Shum also has 12 shards.
And Jay Scheidel is in the air. Also going to turn in his bottle and get his fancy hair accessory.
So right now, in terms of exploration, Hate has the lead. However, he's down a couple shards from where most of the other people are. Jay Scheidel has, I believe, 11 shards. So, not quite a shard lead, but with that airship, they'll be able to find... They'll be able to pick that up, like, pretty quickly, I think.
Absolutely. I imagine you'll see someone doing a armory dive to Volcano just to see what's there, especially looking for trap tiles as well.
Question in chat, does that mean slab is progression or what's left? So, with what's left, slab turns in... So Hint NPC told us key was in sky. We're missing the chime. We're missing the oxyale. Slab to oxyale to chime to key to loot?
Yeah, that sounds about right to me. Either that, or it would be slab to chime to key to oxyale to loot.
Yep, that's another path. So, probably one of those two.
Yeah, but at this point, slab is definitely your only way to move forward.
Yeah.
Shumbobby giving us the beautiful sound of poison. Also picking up his saber bonk. Hate gonna go check some of the chests in Cardia Isles. Finding some shards, good. Jay Scheidel heading up to the waterfall. Hate found the roost stick. That's a big find.
So, Shum about to get Floater. Jesus clearing Cardia. Hate skipping the Ruby nonsense.
Yeah, he's gonna use Cube. Jesus the Frog going for his promotion. Hate picking up his 2 shards of the Titans. And Jay Scheidel now has his rod. If he'd like to go kill a roadblock.
I think I would probably If I was already in the air, I would hold off Earth for as long as possible.
I
Which
would agree.
actually might be now, considering Slab is gaining progression. So that might actually just be now.
Yeah. Okay, looks like he's heading to the Onrak continent. Probably gonna check his waterfall, get his rod.
Jay Shidell and Hate are largely on the same path. Jay Shidell is only slightly ahead. Shum and Jesus are on their own paths right now. They're both in the air. Shum was a little bit later to get into the air, but he's got an Earth Cave under his belt and all the shards that come with it. So there's definitely advantages to that.
He also has the slab, which we know at this point is required to get the next progression.
Right. At this point, I would say that Shum is in the lead.
I would agree with that. Everyone else is kind of just going to be who gets in and out of Earth the fastest.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Jesus entering Earth Cave.
Gonna check the boxes.
Does he have the rod? I don't think he has the rod. I looked in the menu and I didn't see it.
No, he could just be looking for shards.
Mm-hmm.
We know the trap tile is a bust.
Yeah, we know that one is. The Earth tile is just zombies. I still don't think we've seen a Hall of Giants check.
We have not. And I see that Jay Shidell is now progressing into Earth with the rod.
Mm-hmm.
Skipping the chests, though. So Jesus managed to pick up 2 more shards just in Earth top alone, which is not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Hate is now leaving Waterfall with his rod in tow.
Skipping all these boxes in the top part of Earth Cave is it's a high-risk play. If it just so happens that Earth is shard heavy, you're kind of setting yourself up for failure later on. But if it's just like kind of an average distribution, a lot of these boxes are kind of far enough out of the way and guarded by tiles that you don't want to deal with, that you're basically assuming that all the shards that you want are going to be in more dense locations later, like sea or sky or volcano armory.
Yeah, and I think we're talking 2 shards, which is just, you can kill Carry and get those 2 shards back with no real issues at all.
It'll be notable if he full clears that dense room in Earth B4 after finding the slab, because he's going to find the slab like first or second.
Yes, and it'd be more interesting if he decides he wants to go to Lich's bedroom, as they call it, and see what's down there. So he's got his slab.
Yeah, we're going to full clear this room.
Yeah. Shumbabi getting his hair accessory as well. Hate grabbing a couple extra shards. Still no check of the Hall of Giants. Now, will Jay Shidell go and check? No, he will not. He's going right for Lich.
I don't hate that.
I don't either. It's one of those out-of-the-way plays. It's only 3 chests. At the most, you can get 3 shards. Lich is worth 2. Is it worth it?
And none of the trash encounters in here are worth anything.
No.
If we are gonna spend time taking those steps to go anywhere else, we want to do that in like Mirage or Sky, where making it through an encounter has like a meaningful reward to it.
Shumbabi has got his chime, so the slab does lead to the chime. That means it's key in Sky to Oxy Ale to loot.
Yep.
Meanwhile, there is another speed bump down. Jay Shidell gets his 2. I tried to catch a glimpse of his count. I think he's about halfway.
Yeah, somewhere between 12 and 18. I think it was closer to like 16, 17.
Yeah. Very close. Jay Shadow getting his translation finished. And we got our first look at Mirage 1. Another ribbon.
Hey, free ribbon. And Shoom's at 17 shards.
Ooh, Shoom is... Brack shirt. That's not bad. There's your... Let's hope that Tia likes Brack. Jay Shadow about to get his good news that he has his chime. Checking greater than less than room. Very dense chest area. 1 shard. Just the one. And I see sandwiches down on Jay Shidell's screen. Always fun. And Hate pulls the vampire. Bye, vampire.
Jay Shidell with the very bold strategy to just skip Mirage 1.
Fading
I wonder
Mirage
if he'll come
1.
back to it at the end.
Well, we do know for a fact that there is a Brack shirt in there, which would be very useful. So, and there's a zombie D at the trap tile entrance to Mirage. Now the fun begins. Where is the incentive item in Sky?
Second floor, middle right.
I'm gonna say it's at the chest at the very bottom of the first floor. There is your katana. As a hold -1. Katana -1, I will take that too. Now I would be a happy camper. I have a katana, I have a good Vorpal. Meanwhile, I see Hate has found himself a seafood party pack. In Earth, I wonder where he found that.
In terms of A-side tiles, it is the best party grind out of the A-side tile set. Although it is a little spooky if you get a lot of lobsters.
Okay, so that was in the witch's closet area. Meanwhile, Shumbo finds a lot of money in Sky. Free pro ring, nothing wrong with that. Oh, well, it was not. It was just a shard in the chest that I thought it would be. Oh well. So we're still searching. Jay Shidell leaving behind the katana -1. Oh, it's in the vanilla location. Well, that's disappointing.
I actually went back and checked the flags bit because I thought we were wrong about it being randomized.
No, I wrote it down. I thought it was real.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, looks like Hate's about to find himself a speed bump. Ooh, and rock goals have Cure 4. How fun. And there goes Lich on Hate screen.
Now, Jesus did Waterfall, has Rod, is back to Earth Cave. Gonna fight to the bottom of that. Meanwhile, Shoom continuing the full clear of Sky. I've lost track of his shard count, but I want to say he's made it over 18.
I would think that you're right, considering I think I've seen him pull at least 4 shards, maybe 5, out of just this Sky Mirage dive alone.
Sky provides.
See if we can get a quick glance, maybe. Oh,
22.
He's getting up there. If he kills Tia, that's another 4. Kills Kraken, that's another 4. You could literally just go dive carry for the extra 2.
Could, or they could be right here, or we could just get our third ribbon.
Jesus the Frog now past the Earth slab and getting his real slab.
Earth cave. Slabs on slabs on slabs.
And Jay Scheidel now has his key. Hate appears to be headed down towards getting his chime. Getting rudely interrupted by some giants.
Bridge of Destiny time. Are we going to see our robot chicken? Shum is preparing for battle, so
he thinks it's going to show up.
I suspect if we find it, he's going to take it.
No, that's not it. That's the heirs. Nobody wants that. Meanwhile, Jesus the Frog did clear out the extra area in Earth, the 3 chests, and found really nothing of use.
Ooh. Jay Scheidel up to 23 shards.
Meanwhile, should probably pulling Tia, and Tia's hitting hard. Going with Bane strats.
Abandoning Bane strats. Let's try melee.
Yeah. Well, he's got the thief completely rused up, so. Meanwhile, Jay Scheidel also on the bridge, finding nachos.
Returning to Bane strats.
Jesus the Frog, meanwhile, has pulled the Lich. Hate also fading all the chests in Mirage 1.
This is probably going to be go and check them when you're done with the top kind of thing. That's my guess. Because there's a lot of them there.
Oh, and there goes the Bane. Poison smoke. So Shun Bobby's got 18 on both of his melee. Hate checking greater than less than, getting the bad news there's only a single shard available. Scheidel pulling Tia, that Vorpal doing work.
Hoping for a couple more quick shards.
But he does get his Oxyale, so he's now close to the end.
Yeah, with that slab acting as a kind of bottleneck, that really has kind of condensed all our runners into a single file line. Shum is just barely ahead of Jay Scheidel.
Yeah, he's
Hate working on Sky and Jesus working on catch-up.
I believe he is probably headed for Thane to get his chime. Yes. Bobby probably off to go say hi to Kraken and maybe carbonate some bubbles. Or he's checking the dwarf cave. I like this play. It's very chest heavy. Could be a chance for a lot of good shards. You could also find an X-Cal if you're really looking for something interesting.
Oh, ooh, we found our Maza.
That means that's trapped, though. He's gonna.
Eh.
Yeah, there it is. I'm sure he's happy to see it, though. That's great. That's a lot of good experience right there. Resetting out.
We've decided we don't want that.
Interesting.
Oh no! All our fast weapons are on the empty slot. That's why.
That's why. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Go out and save, yeah. Meanwhile, Jay Scheidel is in C. Jesus is currently in the bottom of Mirage. Leaving behind. Okay, you want that ribbon. There you go. Alright, so checking the other chest first before he pops it.
Might as well.
Why not? Alright, so he's tempering, he's rusing, he's invising. Wormack starts with ice, that won't do anything, we have ribbons. Meanwhile, keep an eye on Jay Scheidel, and Bubbles is carbonated.
I've decided that's the noise Bubbles makes. I've trademarked it. There's nothing you can do about it.
Wormack has nuke, and June Bobby nopes out of that after he loses both the thief and the mage.
Yeah, don't blame him.
Nope,
I'd be done too.
Nope, I'm not. It's a great sword. I don't think it's worth that much investment. And the question is, will anybody else see it? Meanwhile, Jay Scheidel now has everything he needs. It's just onto the shards. And if I'm not mistaken, he's very close. I got a quick glimpse of that, and it looks like he's got quite a number of shards.
Question chat, refresh my memory. Shimbabi is one of the defending champions, right? Or did they take second last year? I believe Temple of Friends Revisited did take the championship last year.
Just waiting to see Jay Scheidel go back into the menu, because he's got to be close. He's ignoring all the chests, which makes me think that he knows he's within that 4 range. June Bobby about to head up and get his loot. Will he carbonate Bubbles on the way through? Well, Jay Scheidel, time to go say hello to Kraken. Hate on the Bridge of Destiny. And finds Wormack. Oh boy. If I remember correctly, he starts with Ice 2, and I think Nuke comes either second or third.
Yeah, it was very early in the spell script.
It was. This could be a time sink, that's for sure. Trying to zap the Wormack. Interesting. There's Nuke right there.
3 and 256, it works every time.
True enough. And meanwhile, we have Kraken on Jay Scheidel's side, who starts with Dark, fasting his fighter, and Viz 2 on everybody for some defense. Saberbonk. Ooh, and he's got nuclear.
Ooh.
Ooh my, this is not... but he got it down with just the fighter up. That's going to be a huge boost. Fighter's now got 725 HP. That's a tank.
Good lord.
And Kraken is down on Jay Scheidel's side. Now, does that give him... That gives him enough shards.
Yep.
He is ready to go.
Jay Shadell in go mode.
It is time to pick up your items, if you need any, and revive your
Party
meat
members,
shield.
if you need any.
Get your meat shield back up, because he's not going to be doing a lot for you.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Hate is at Tia, who is down. Now, for the Temple of Fiends, we do not have all Fiend refights on, just 2. So, depending on which side they take, we'll see what Fiends they pull.
Mm-hmm.
Bobby now heading towards Kraken.
8 taking advantage of the fact that he's only got one character up. I believe he is doing a solo grind on the Bridge of Destiny until...
He gets killed.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, ICJ Shadow took the left path and found Tia and said, "No thank you, I'm not interested." And warped right out of there, and he's now found Kelly on the other side.
Bane comes out, but we survive it. Outgoing melee doing respectable amounts, but carry's still there.
Carry's Absorb is very good, apparently, because that's a Katana -1 with 4 hits, 9 damage.
Thanks, Katana.
Yeah, really though. And there goes Carry. Kraken, meanwhile, on Kraken 1 on Shun Bobby's screen. Hate restocking, and Jesus apparently taking on some Red Hydras. Oh, and he found the speed bump as the second one. The right path is the proper choice.
Mm-hmm. Look at that Lich 2 surviving a round of just holding A to attack.
Wow, I feel very happy for him. All right, and here we go for our first Chaos poll. Jay Scheidel. We're gonna go with our Invis 2. Go with Lock. I believe that was the Fast. Chaos set with Tornado. Goodbye, Meat Shield. More Invis, more Fast. Chimbabi right behind him into Temple of Fiends. Checking the chests. Oh, Chaos says Nuclear. Damage Poison comes out. Ink, return. 8 hits for 446. Chaos swing and a miss.
So it looks
And
like
that's it.
Oh, GG.
GG's to Jay Scheidel, who is finished first on stream.
First on stream with a time of 53:09. Good enough for second place overall. Coming in first off screen was Ale at a time of 51:53. So as a reminder, we have the bucket scoring system. Ale, first place, 51:53, all by himself in bucket 1. Jay Scheidel kicks us off in bucket 2 at 53:09. Let's see if any of our other runners can make it into bucket 2.
Bobby checking those chests again. Meanwhile, I would be very remiss if I don't see Hate carbonating.
Mm-hmm.
Bobby has now found the carry fight, so he's taken the right path, which will be the easier one. Jesus the Frog now has his has finished off Tia and is going to revive. Hate checking a few more chests. Speed bump 2.
Watch out, he's fast.
Oh, it's cute, he's got fast. Oh, never mind.
He'll go from 1 hit, 1 damage to 2 hits, 1 damage. Watch out.
Alright, Shun Bobby about to pull his Chaos. inventory work. Jesus, meanwhile, now has his Oxyale. Here we go. So we got Ruse, and we have Fast. Chaos Swing, 120. Ruse again. Cure 2 Sword, very useful. Tornado comes out, minimal damage. And we do know that Chaos does have Nuclear in his repertoire. Where will it come out? 6 hits for 286. Ooh, he crits through the defense. Cure 2 comes out, another Saber. There's the Nuclear. Everyone survives. Damage poison, the ribbon will protect. 7 hits for 333. Cure 2 comes out again. 8 hits for 362. Chaos has Poison Touch. Great. Still trying to hit that thief, not. And there it is, terminated. Shumbabi has done it. Second finisher on stream.
So that 56-19, second place on stream, good enough for third place overall. Unfortunately, not quite fast enough to get into bucket 2, but he will start off bucket 3.
So now we're looking at Hate and Jesus. I believe Jesus now has enough shards. What I saw, he is carbonating bubbles. Good man. And Hate, on the other hand, just finishing off Kraken. I would imagine he's close to go mode. But the menu's way too quick. Hate heading towards Topher. See what path he chooses. Gonna take the harder path, apparently. Pulling Tia 2. Jesus the Frog just noping completely out of the Water Shrine. Zap Strat, no. Tia says I have that too. Lightning 2 coming out, minimal damage. Swing with that Vorpal, and goodbye, Tia 2. Surprise! It's Kraken 2, and he's done.
And we're joined by the first place finisher on stream, Jay Scheidel. How's it going, Jay Scheidel?
Oh my goodness, 16 seconds.
16 seconds, yep.
From bin 1. That was fun.
And I have a note here from Shumbabi. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to make it to the post-game interview, but he wants me to forward along GG to all competitors. Thanks to Race Crew and SG for hosting. Looking forward to Fall League again this year as he tries to defend his crown. So, Jay Scheidel, we missed the start of the run But there was a important decision point early on. Tell me your reaction to the very expensive crown in Provoca.
Ignored it for a little bit. Just went around, went to Marsh, got the herb taken care of, got the ship luckily, and then went back and grabbed it.
Mhm.
I think there was like a 30,000 something in Marsh that solved everything.
Mhm.
Thought about a pop grind for half a second, and then no.
At least 2 of the winners on stream did the pop grind to try to make the money up.
I had it show up in one of my practice races, and it just wasn't worth it. At level 5 or 6, I just couldn't take care of those giants. And isn't like encounter rate 0.2? Because it takes forever.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah, it was 6,000. You should be able to get that through whatever you have in Dwarf's Cave. You're going to be down to Marsh Cave. It was interesting. It's a little bit of a backtrack to go to it, but whatever.
Meanwhile, Hate 13th has just finished his Chaos fight at 10107. So GG's to him. Meanwhile, Jesus the Frog is working on his Kraken 2. That's a question I'd like to ask Jay Shido. What did you think about going the left path first in Temple of Fiends Revisited?
So, I still don't know, like, maybe when you guys can answer, is it always going to be Tia Kraken on one side and
Nope.
Lich carrying
Nope.
the other, or they just shuffled?
No, it's completely random. You
Okay,
you just happen to chill. A lot of people went that route first. Several runners did, and decided, no, I'm not interested in this.
Yeah. I saw Tia first and
Including
like,
Ohio.
now let's see what else is there.
Speak of the devil, we are joined by Hate the 13th. GG's Hate.
Yep, I have dumb fingers today.
So, how was that?
I have far too many dumb fingers, but I'm glad I went up and practiced this flag set more.
I think, and I could be wrong about this, only one person found the trapped Mazza chest with our friend Warmech in it.
I believe we only saw one person hit that chest on screen. Yeah.
That's true.
Where was that?
Dwarf's Cave.
Yep.
Under
Yeah,
the key.
Yeah, I was not going back for that.
He was so late, there was no need to.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's like I had that just Vorpal, but you know, whatever. It rolled plus. I'll use it if I have to.
I had my shard map figured out. It's like, I need to pull one shard from C. I can do that. Who cares about the lock chests?
Yeah, I didn't need to worry about the extra shard I pulled out of C, but I was really, really hoping to not have to fight Kraken. Since I was at 29 shards after I got that one shard out of Mermaids, and was like, well, let's just hope. And yeah, no.
And Jesus the Frog wipes out of the Chaos fight. Going back in for round 2.
At least this time he'll hopefully go to. Yeah, okay, good.
Yes, I think most. Ooh, wow, that was unexpected.
Ooh. So,
Sometimes Bane gonna do Bane things.
Yeah, that is.
Did Jesus not have all 3 ribbons, or was that just a Bane through a ribbon?
He's got at least 2 of them. There's Bane again, and nothing.
Looked like it was a Bane through a ribbon.
Bane does Bane things.
Yikes.
When I saw Ale finish, I was like, "Well, that's right quick." And then, unexpectedly, Jay Scheidel finished up second. I was like, "All right, there's the next bucket." And yeah,
I was on Lich when he finished. I'm like, can I do chaos in 1 minute? No. No.
GG's on that though. You did really, really well. And GG's to Shum as well, even though he can't jump in because adult things. Shum, I'll be mentioning in chat that he thought the Masa was an ex-Cal because he saw her all as opposed to all classes.
Guess I think
Oh.
Shumbug was the only one that actually pulled it. And then found out that that Wormack had nuclear and just said, no, I don't want to deal with this right now.
Mhm.
Yeah, I found that out as well when I went on my trip to McDonald's. Got myself
You
a Big
did.
Mac.
We saw that you took on Wormack, and we had already seen Shumbabi do it, and we're wondering, is it the second or the third in the script that does nuclear? Meanwhile, Jesus the Frog is now on his chaos fight again.
It was the pain. That's all I remember. You know, I finished. I had more than I had 11 more hit points than I needed. This was fine.
Only need one.
Yep. I'm really enjoying these flag sets so far. This one is the one that I'm the most uncomfortable with, just because of the lack of magic. Like, you may have noticed that at one point I went into the magic menu on the right, mage just spelled out. I was like, oh yeah, harm 3, go. Oh wait, no, wrong place.
Do you keep trying to cast your weapons through the magic spell? Like the slot?
I did that a couple of times.
So often I'm like, fast. I don't have fast. Oh yeah, it's down there.
Meanwhile, GG's to Jesus the Frog, who has finally taken out Chaos at 1 minute 06:05.
So
Jeez.
that's good enough for 7th place overall. So in first place we had Ale at 51.53. That starts and ends bucket 1. Second place, Jay Scheidel with 53.09. That starts and ends bucket 2. Third place, Shumbabi 56.19. That starts and ends bucket 3. And then in fourth place, starting bucket 4, we have Sir Linkalot at 101.03. Fifth place, Sorbius at 101.06. And sixth place, Hate the 13th, 101.07. Followed by Jesus the Frog at 106.06. And that is still in bucket 4. So, congrats. And we're joined in the booth by fourth place overall, first place in our hearts, Jesus the Frog. How's it going?
How's it going?
Yeah.
I only want to
believe-
say 3 things.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why I thought I had the rod the first time I went into Earth.
Mm-hmm.
I had no clue what I was thinking. I should have gone right first, because Tia Kraken was a problem. And that Bane for a ribbon didn't really cost me any time at that point, but man, that's irritating.
Yeah. Cost you sanity, but not time.
If it makes you feel any better, a lot of the runners on stream went to the left first
Mm-hmm.
and found Tia, and then reset out, or found Kraken after that and just said, we're done with this.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably a better idea. I should have seen Tia, reset, gone right, hope for better luck.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I should have done as well. Unfortunately, I did the thing of like, alright, well, maybe Lich will be behind Tia? Maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Please? Yeah, no.
So one question I have about how the early game went. Jesus and Hate, I believe you were the only 2 on stream that we saw doing a Peninsula of Power grind for that early crown. Walk me through that.
I didn't want to leave it there and come back for it. It's a lot of walking. I forgot I wasn't playing SGL flags, so I just totally walked past Matoya. Usually when it's not a black belt seed, especially in a chart hunt, I'll check Matoya. That had 13k box, would have been great. But I forgot Matoya even existed, so I was like, well, Peninsula Power, couple of fights, get like 3,000-4,000, no problem. It wasn't terrible. It was a bit slow, but it did work.
Yeah, I also didn't think to check Matoya just because I normally haven't been in these, because it's like, I'm not going to bother with it. I know I'm going to have to go back there at some point, because I think by that point I knew that Matoya had the floater from one of the hint givers, and well, I sold the Quake stick and was like, alright, there's 6,000, that's most of it. I don't want to have to walk back around, and I've already got the adamant to turn in. If I get the crown, then I can just take care of that while I'm swinging on through that area.
Mm-hmm.
TLDR, I'm lazy, didn't want to walk back again.
That does give us the last piece of the puzzle, because we missed what you sold to get that money, because we had suspected that you had sold something, because you didn't grind that long in the Peninsula of Power.
Yeah, I sold the Quake Stick for like 4,000, 5,000 money. I don't remember, something like that. Enough that it took me up to like 6,800. So all I needed to grind up was like 3,000 or something like that to have enough cash.
I sold both the Quick Stick and the Zap Sword, but I was still short, so...
Yeah, the reason I didn't sell the Zap Sword was because I'm like, well, this is not enough money, so I'm going to at least keep that so that my white mage can have something to do.
That is a question I'd actually like to ask everybody. The decision of what mage you wanted to take, because you all know that no magic is available, and there was no magic in the Blursings, so what made you take what you took? I understand some decisions, don't understand others, so why'd you guys take what you took?
Well, I'd
Okay,
like
why
to
don't you
say...
kick us off with that one.
I'd like to say it was because I realized that a Red Wizard could at least swing a Vorpal, which is incentivized. Maybe I find like a Katana or an X-Cal, and I had 3 good melee. The reality is, I forgot there was no magic until I got to the seed. So,
Oh my. Hey, what about yourself? What did you choose what you chose?
Plus money and white mage harmall.
Jay Scheidel, how about yourself?
He's going to be dead half the time, and Fizzle over here is ingrained to our minds. Black mage, black mage, black mage, run. So you let him run for the first half of the map, and he's dead the rest half.
I believe that Jay Scheidel, you were the only person who actually took a black mage. Everyone else went with red or white.
He wasn't going to get armor. He wasn't going to get equipment. He's there to run until he dies.
He certainly did that. I can't argue with you on that one.
We had a thief forced. I wasn't going to need a mage to run.
yeah.
2 chances.
Honestly, I had 0 problem running the entire seed, so I don't regret keeping the solo thief and getting Red Mage.
All right, I think we're going to send this along to final thoughts. We'll start with our first place finisher on stream, Jay Scheidel. Final thoughts.
Oh my, this was a fun seed. Like, everyone I've played's got a little bit faster, and this I think was the best one so far. So, thank you everyone for putting it on. This has been amazing. So, can't wait to finish out the league.
Hate the 13th. Final thoughts.
Fizzle, thank you for rolling carbonation as the bonus incentive. Yay!
You're welcome.
Yeah, and I'm glad to be able to move on to more dumpster fiery flags that I'm kind of stuff like I'm used to. This was weird.
Jesus the Frog. Final thoughts.
Yeah, I really enjoyed these flags. It was the first look ahead of them. I looked at the flags about an hour before the race. This is the first year I've done with them, but I liked the no magic. It was really interesting. I think it was a very fun flag set. The shard hunt, but then not having bosses scaled through the roof made it pretty relaxed. Saving over was on, but I never actually game overed. So it was pretty nice flags. I enjoyed it.
My first time partner in crime, Cocoms, Oslado. Final thoughts.
That was actually a very entertaining race. This seed was one that I was really looking forward to seeing how people played it. I was really looking forward to see how people dealt with the mages, and this is the first match of Fall League. We have plenty more to come, and I cannot wait to see the rest of it.
I want to give a very special shout out to 2 people who pulled a lot more of their weight than I think people might suspect given the technical difficulties early on. Shoutouts to Duskplume and Pickles and Beer, who had very pivotal notes that got us through those first 10 minutes. Very, very thankful to have both of you on crew today.
Absolutely.
Shoutouts to Speed Gaming for hosting us. If you want more FFR Fall League action, our next race is tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern on RPG Limit Break. And for all of us here at the Final Fantasy Randomizer community, my name is Lord Fizzlebeef. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time. Have a good day, everyone.